Hey folks, Joe with JSE Baseball Collector here, coming back at you with a very, very exciting video from my perspective. It is the return of my first ever grading order. My first ever order that I sent off to SGC is now back. If you guys remember my preview video from a few weeks back, I sent off 20 cards for my PC, various stuff, autos, vintage, just random rookies, things just for my personal collection that I wanted to get slabbed up. And then I also did a 10-card order from the 2023 Top Series 1 special that they ran at $9 a card. This one looks like it is the 20-card order. It arrived yesterday. So today when I'm filming, yesterday from when I'm posting the video, it arrived, and the other one I believe is in transit and probably will come sometime this week, which will be the Series 1 order. I did cut the box open just to see which one it was, to see whether it was the 10 or the 20. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of slabs in there, so I believe it is the 20. But I have not looked at any of them yet. So I'm going to lift this out of here from the rear and try to get into this the best that I can to do a blind reveal. I did not look at the grades on the website. I did not do any of that. I did not look at this. As you can see, it's still in the rubber bands. It's still in the plastic wrap. So I didn't do any of that. So bear with me here. As I go through this, I'm going to try to get it off to the side here without revealing. And we're going to do a blind reveal here together for my first ever SGC order. I'm super excited for this. I will say my expectations are quite low. I don't really know what to expect. It's my first ever time grading, and obviously, I'm a bit of a novice at it, but it was, a bunch of cards that I just wanted to have slabbed up for various reasons for my personal collection. So obviously we will see how we did here. And some of these bags are on here. I guess maybe it's just the first and the last that are in a bag. So I'm going to pop this out, and we shall see. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the blind reveal. So first up, we've got this Yordan Alvarez 2020 Topps Chrome rookie autograph. It is a base auto, and it came back in a 10. So a 10 on the card. It looks like they didn't grade the auto, so they must not have given the autograph a 10. I believe what they do is when the auto's a 10, they'll put it on there, but if it is not a 10, they will not give the auto grade. So a really, really nice start there. I sent in a bunch of my Chrome autos. I do collect the Chrome rookie autograph sets every year. I try to put together as much of that set as I possibly can. This next one I'm going to skip because it's a biggie in my opinion. So I want to see that one towards the end. All right, we got an Austin Riley in the Chrome auto set from 2019. Let's see how we did there. Also in a 10. So I was not expecting a 10 on this autograph. I remember when I looked at this one, it's a bit wispy and all that. So I didn't think that he was going to quite get a 10 on that one for the autograph, but we got 2 10s in a row on the Chromes. Very, very nice. We got another one of these Chromes. We got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Chrome autograph from 2019 as well, and that came back at 10. So same deal. I don't know if I screwed something up and I just didn't tell them to grade the autos. I think that they just do it automatically and they don't upcharge for it unless I just completely missed a setting. But we got the Gem Mint 10 on the Vladdy Jr. with the auto, and this one wouldn't be a 10 auto either. You can kind of see it right there. Just the auto isn't like super clean up around here at the beginning and then through there. So, but definitely not complaining. 3 10s thus far in this order. The Yordan, I'm a little surprised we didn't get a 10, get an auto grade or a 10 auto, but we'll see. We'll see how this continues to go. All right, we got the Fernando Tatis Jr. Let's check out what we got. Same thing, Chrome auto. Oh, 8.5. We did get the auto grade in a 10, but it came back at 8.5 near mint plus. So not sure what pushed it to that. Maybe there's a little something in the top left corner. So that one's definitely a little tough. Don't know what drove that 8.5, but still a really, really nice card. And I am glad we got the 10 auto grade on that one. That's pretty cool. But I don't remember seeing any bad surface problems. I don't know what that little dot there at the bottom is. It's obviously looks like it's on the card. It's not on the case. But I didn't think that was an imperfection. It might just have been a piece of dust that got stuck on there. But okay, so an 8.5. A little disappointing with that one, but that's, still pretty good. These autos are definitely doing pretty well so far. All right, we got another one from 2019. We got the Pete Alonso rookie autograph from 2019. And it got a 9, a mint 9 with a 10 auto. So it looks like all of our Gem Mint 10s didn't get auto grades, but then our 2 that didn't gem, did get 10 autos, which is interesting. But if you look at this, like, I don't know if you could see that from here. Let's just take a look at these real quick. You know, when I look at these two, I feel like both of the autographs are like pretty sharp. I don't see like why this one would get one and this one would, or vice versa. I don't know if I got that right, but you know, either way, not going to get too hung up obviously on the auto grades. But you know, we got a 3 10s so far, a 9 and an 8.5. So you know, the chromes were the ones I expected to do the best on, just because chrome is, you know, generally, other than this maybe potential surface problems, are usually pretty good as far as grading goes, at least from what I know. You know, like I said, I'm quite the novice. But I think this is the last one I sent. I think I sent the 4 from 2019, and I think I sent this Bo Bichette from 2020. So let's see how Bo did. Bo Diddley 9.5, very nice. So 9.5 mint plus for Bo Diddley Bichette, very, very nice. We'll get him up there. Unfortunately, Mr. Tatis, who's been on absolute fire. I don't know if you guys have seen in AAA. I mean, obviously the guy would dominate AAA. There's no reason for him not to dominate AAA, but he is playing during the like latter part of his suspension here, and he's due back sometime later this week. So he's going to. I'm trying to see. Let's get all these out of here, Mickey. So we're going to, but yeah, Bo Bichette's been, or not Bo Bichette, I'm sorry, Fernando Tatis Jr. has been just hitting absolute bombs in AAA, which, you know, rightfully so, he absolutely should be. But I'm just going to try to get some of this stuff in order. This is all my Mickey Mantle stuff. This is my other vintage stuff. So I'm just going to try to get this stuff in a good working order to get a little bit of flow here going. These are both also vintage. We'll do those, and then, yeah, let's do these 3 next, and then we'll do all the vintage stuff last, and then, yeah, we'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. Yeah, perfect. All right, let's get that to the side, and we'll do these 3 bad boys next. Get this one out of this little sleeve. All right, sorry about that. Thanks, guys, for bearing with me. The next 3 are going to be a couple of Aaron Judges and a Ken Griffey Jr. So this was an Aaron Judge, just base rookie, 2019, Series 1, 9.5 mint plus, very nice. This one I was a little worried about because the, you know, it's I think pretty condition sensitive with like no border. You know, you can kind of get some chipping. The edges might be tough. So I was a little worried about that one, but a very, very nice with the 9.5. So we'll try to keep the showcase going with the highest of the grades. So Mr. Alonso comes down, who was in the 9. We got all 9.5s and 10s up on the showcase so far. All right, we got another Judge. This was a Judge first Bowman Chrome from 20. I forget what year he was his first Bowman Chrome. Was it 2013? Yeah, I always forget if it's 14 or 13. 13, first Bowman Chrome, Aaron Judge, my main PC at the moment. Let's see how we did there. Ooh, a 7, brutal. That's definitely tough. It is off center quite a bit. I don't see any, can't really tell if the surface was in rough shape. I'm not sure. I don't really remember when I submitted it. But I'm trying to see like what would have given it a 7. The corners definitely look pretty sharp. I remember going through that because I had 2 of these and I had to pick the better of the 2. So I thought this was the better of the 2. So I really wonder what the other one would have got if this one got a 7. But still very cool to have a Judge First Bowman Chrome slabbed up for the PC nonetheless. I got that one for a really good deal before he went off last year. I got 2 of them for a really nice deal. I think that I got 2 for what 1 sells for raw now. So, all right, here's a Ken Griffey Jr. 1989 Upper Deck rookie card. I told the story about this one during my preview video. I never had it as a kid. I bought 3 packs of 89 Upper Deck rather. For $5 a piece, or the last 3 the guy had in my LCS before prices of that product went absolutely insane, you know, during the pandemic. And it just so happened that the Griffey was in there. There was, you know, some centering problems on this, and there was a little blemish on the card, so I wasn't expecting a good grade, but since it's one I never had, and I finally pack pulled it myself as an adult, getting back into the hobby, it was definitely one I wanted to get slabbed just for sentimental reasons. So let's see how it did. And it got an 8. Wow. It got an 8, a near mint 8. That's really better than I kind of expected it to get. You might be able to see there's like this little mark on his white jersey right there. I thought that would definitely knock it down quite a bit. It's a little bit off center. The centering is not as bad actually as I remember when I submitted it, but I'm very happy with an 8 in that. So the Griffey Upper Deck in an 8 for the PC. I'll definitely take that every day of the week. All right, let's do a little bit of vintage now. So we're going to get through some of my vintage stuff. I have a big autograph that I sent in that I was really excited about, and then we'll get into my Mickey Mantle stuff that I sent in. So here we've got a Sandy Koufax, a 1966 Sandy Koufax from my dad's collection. One that I found. We found one random box, basically of baseball cards left that didn't make it into the garbage, from his parents' house that his mom threw away. The famous thing, my mom threw away my baseball card. I would have been a millionaire, but my mom threw away my baseball cards. We found one box, and this had been sitting in my childhood bedroom. And I started sifting through it when I got back into the hobby. So I had these handful of vintage cards from the 60s, and I figured why not send them in? They were my dad's. I think it would be pretty cool. So this one got a 1.5 fair. So definitely a fair grade there. This one was actually in a little bit better shape than some of the others, especially the mantles that I sent in. So it makes me a little worried of how poorly those might have done, but definitely cannot complain about that. A 66 Koufax. I believe this is his last card before he had to retire. His last top. So a 1.5 in the Sandy Koufax. Very, very nice. I'll take that every day of the week. And you know what? We're going to start getting the vintages up on the showcase, I think, because those are just really sweet. And they look so good in the tux. It's tuxedo time, as they say, in the SGC world. All right, here, you know what? We'll save Mr. Seaver. We'll do these guys next. Yeah, let's do it like this. So we did Koufax. This one is a strikeout leaders from, I forget what year this is from. It might have been from 69, it might have been from 68. I'll find out when I flip it over. But it had Koufax and Bob Gibson on there. I don't think this one was one of my dad's. I think this was one I got out of some sort of mystery box. So let's see. It got a 4. Not bad, a 4. Very good, excellent 4. So it had Koufax, Bob Veal, who I'm not familiar with, and a Bob Gibson. Oh, so this is also a 66 card. So that's his 66 tops, and this one is also 66 tops. But yeah, like I said, I don't think this one was my dad's. Obviously kept in quite better shape than the random shoebox worth of cards that I found in, my grandparents' basement. So very cool to have that 4. All right, next we got an Al Kaline. So, relatively late in Al Kaline's career, obviously, as you can see, quite a number of years on his career there. This is a 69 Kaline. A bunch of those ones of my dad's were from 69 that I found. So he would have been 12 at the time. So obviously probably right in his prime of collecting cards as a kid. So let's see what the 69 Kaline got. A 5. Excellent 5. So really, really nice grade there for a 69 Kaline. Definitely was in good shape. Centering on it's pretty good. The edges and the corners are actually quite sharp on it, to be perfectly honest with you. I wish this was a bigger card. I like Kaline quite a bit. Doesn't seem like his cards are huge, obviously probably other than his rookie. I remember when I looked this up for a comp to get a declared value. It really doesn't sell for very much raw, but really, really cool card nonetheless. One of the all-time greats and a Hall of Famer. Probably maybe the greatest Tiger of all time, other than maybe Ty Cobb. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else up there. Obviously, you got Miggy, but he didn't play there his whole career. All right, another 69 tops. It is a Willie McCovey. Let's see. I think I had like 4 of these from my dad's collection, and this I thought was the one in the best shape. The back looks pretty good. Very nice bright color on the back. Let's see how we did on the front, and a 5. So both of these guys from 69s got 5s. I'll take that every day of the week for these vintage cards for sure. So an excellent 5. Really, really nice. I'll take that every day. Cool. Love that. Love that. All right, and the last one, this was a 3rd-year Tom Seaver. This one was in a little bit rougher shape, if I remember. You can kind of see there's a little bit of staining here on the back. The corners are quite more rough. I wouldn't be shocked if this one got a 2 or less for sure. So let's see. A 1.5. Yep, a 1.5 fair. So maybe, maybe some of my mantles might get in that range. That would be pretty sweet if they did. So we got a 1.5 fair of the Tom Seaver that has a little bit of the staining on there, but a very, very early Tom Seaver who just passed away, I think, last year. But really love that. Absolutely love it. So really awesome to be able to put some of this vintage stuff into the collection and into slabs. All right, let's get into a big autograph that I submitted, probably the biggest pull that I've personally ever had, and then we'll get into the last of the vintage stuff, which will be all Mickey Mantles. So I'm shifting around my slabs here so I could do them in the order that I'd like. So right here, you look at the back of them and say, oh, another vintage Nolan Ryan, but in fact, this is actually a 2021 Topps Heritage Real One autograph, Nolan Ryan. I pulled it here on the channel. It's the biggest pull that I've probably ever had in my life, not just on video, but ever. I was so excited when I pulled it. I remember, I didn't even know how to react. I was trying not to swear on the channel, this and that and the other thing, but I was really excited when I pulled this, and I feel like it's just in perfect shape. The autograph is so clean. He has such a nice auto. I think this should go 10-10. This is the one that I felt the most confident in. So let's see how it did. Let's see if I was right. Oh, 9.5 and 10. I don't know what we got dinged on. To me, the centering was perfect. The surface was great. The corners were good. I don't think any of the corners were dinged when I put it into like a penny sleeve or anything. But like I said, the autograph was perfect. I'm not shocked by that 10 right there. But really, really, really sharp card. So we got the 9.5 mint plus with the 10 auto grade. That one is just absolutely sweet. We're going to get that one up on the showcase here. I'm going to take Austin Riley down and Vladdy. We'll take Austin Riley and Jordan down. Let's get Seaver up there because this Seaver card's pretty sick. And then we'll get Nolan on the other side. And then the rest of the way, we'll give some love to some of the upcoming Mickey Mantle stuff. Oh no, wouldn't be a JSC Baseball Collector video if my stands didn't cooperate. Or if my stands did cooperate, I should say. And there we go. All right, last little stack here. We got 5 more cards to go, so try to wrap this up in the next couple minutes. These are all cards that are either Mickeys or have Mickey on the card in some capacity. This is a checklist from 1969 Topps. This was also one from my dad's collection. He had 3 of these. Only one of them didn't have the checklist actually filled out with pen. So I figured his face is on the front of this. I figured I'd submit it even though it's just a checklist, just because, one, again, it was my dad's, and 2, it had Mickey's face on it. So let's see what we got there. A 2. So a good 2 of 1969 Mickey Mantle checklist. So obviously it had some of that similar kind of staining and things on it. So, the eye appeal might not be quite as sexy, but it got a 2. Very nice card there. I'll take that any day of the week for a Mickey Mantle. The next one we had was this. You know what? Let's skip this one. Let's go to the next one, and then we'll go back to this one. So this one was, and I meant to switch them, and I didn't. This one was a Bomber's Best. I think I got this out of the LSU Maniac pack, I think from Dustin Williams and the LSU Maniac here on YouTube. I put these packs together, and I think this was from 1963 Topps. It was called Bomber's Best. It was Mickey along with Tom Trash and Bobby Richardson. The card was in really nice shape, so I think this is going to get a pretty good grade, and obviously anything with Mickey on it could be quite valuable. A 4, so a very good, excellent 4. And then you can see Mickey there, and you got Richardson and Trash right there on the card. So a very, very nice Mickey Mantle. We'll get that up there. The next one is has got an even bigger name than those others along with Mickey, and then the last 2 are solo Mickeys for a potential Mickey Mantle SGC run I'm going to try to make. Obviously, that gets quite expensive. All right, we got the Yankees Power Hitters. I believe this is from 1957 Topps. So, definitely the oldest card that I submitted in this lot. Most of them were from the late 60s, the one from the early 60s, but this one dates back all the way to the 50s. I think I got this one also out of a mystery box, and as you can see here on the back, it's got Mickey and Yogi Berra, 2 all-time greats, one of the all-time great catchers, one of the all-time great center fielders. How many World Series between the 2 of them? I mean, just 2 great Yankees, great ball players. And this one got a 2. So a 2 good. Obviously, the surface leaves quite a bit to be desired. There's some paper loss here on the front, right around Mickey's face, right around Yogi's face. Centering on it is actually quite good. The corners are soft, but I will take that 100% of the time. Let's get that one up there, even though it's a lower grade. I'm going to give that one a bit of love. Very, very nice. All right, and we got these last 2. We got a 1968 Mickey and then a 1969 Mickey from my dad's collection. This was the one that kind of motivated me to do this submission in the first place. Let's do the 68. I picked this one up off of eBay. I decided I wanted to do as much of a Mickey Mantle run as I possibly could. Obviously, once you start getting into the 50s, that gets difficult. I have my eye on some stuff, pre-68. These are the only 2 I have so far, the 69, the 68. This 68 I thought was in really nice shape when I got it. There was a little bit of creasing on the front, but let's see how it did. And a 1.5 fair. So a little bit worse than I actually expected for this one. You can see some of the creasing there up by the top by his hat. Corners are obviously a little bit soft. Centering is quite good. But that's a very, very nice 1.5 Mickey Mantle, and one that will stay in the collection for quite a while. First Mickey Mantle I ever personally bought myself. So really, really nice. I'm glad it got a grade, didn't just get the A. But very, very nice there. And you know what? We got to give that one up under the showcase. Let's take Seaver down. We'll leave Koufax up. All right, and here it is, the Grail card from this run, or from this submission. It is the Mickey Mantle's final card, number 500 from the 1969 Topps set. It was the lone surviving Mickey Mantle, obviously non-checklist or whatever, lone surviving Mickey Mantle for my dad's collection. It is in rough shape. I wish it was in as good a shape as like that Koufax or some of the other cards. It's got quite a bit of staining, quite a bit of creasing, quite a bit of rough corners. So we'll see. I'd be shocked if this got any better than a 1. Maybe it even just got an A for authentic. So let's see how it did. Boom, a 1. 1 poor. That definitely pretty much what I expected there. The surface is in quite rough shape, but this is 100% a sentimental play for me, being my dad's lone surviving Mickey Mantle. So really, really sweet. I'm definitely going to send him a picture of this tonight. I told him I was doing this, and he thought that it was, it just sounded so cool. And he was like, oh yeah, when it comes back, you got to let me know how it did. So I'll, he knows the concept of grading and all that. He obviously doesn't collect anymore, but he was into it as a kid and all that. So I will definitely be sending him a picture of that tonight, along with the Koufax and the Seaver and some of the other stuff that was his. So, it's not like this stuff is going to go for millions of dollars, like probably some of the other cards that maybe his mother threw away over the years. Depending, it's the story as old as time. But I am very, very thrilled with this order. Like I said, I had super low expectations for how this was going to go. But this was pretty much in line with what I expected. I think other than that Tatis, which was a little disappointing, and the Judge first Bowman, which I think was a 7, I think all of this was right in line with my expectations. I'm super excited. I thought this one would gem, but I really could not complain one little bit about this submission. I'm going to definitely be doing quite a bit more of this over the years. I think, I'm going to try to submit, a handful, maybe a 20 card order or something once every, 6 months or so, as, financials allow. But this was super exciting. Like I said, I couldn't be more thrilled with how this turned out. I was chomping at the bit to get into this. I was actually going to open up a Stadium Cup Chrome and post it today. But I had to get into this immediately when I saw the FedEx package came. So Stadium Cup Chrome coming later this week. Keep an eye out for that. And then probably sometime next week, I'll drop my, my Series 1 SGC submission order. We'll see how that one did. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around. I know I rambled on this one quite a bit, but you could probably tell by my voice how just excited I was to do this, and I really wanted to cherish and enjoy it, being obviously the first one that I ever did. So thanks again. Really appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of these cards. Let me know what you think of SGC in general. We'll do a small giveaway at 300 subs, which we're knocking on the door of. And then otherwise, the best is yet to come. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.